What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are new to the channel and love talking Philly sports, I'm talking the good, the bad, and what we've been seeing lately, the ugly. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when I go live or drop some content. On that note, if you watch these first two games from the Philadelphia Eagles and can't tell what's worse, the offense or the defense, smash that like button. With all that being said, let's jump into today's Monday reaction. So all day I was thinking about what am I actually going to say in this video? Am I going to overreact? Am I going to underreact? Am I just going to react? And quite frankly, I still don't know. I'm giving this to you off the top of the brain because I'm kind of lost when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. But let's start where we're at. We're 0-2, and we deserve to be 0-2 after the way we played. We played like an 0-2 team. And when you talk about the 0-2 teams, you're talking about the Giants, the Jets, the Panthers, the Chargers, the Dolphins, the Bengals, who we play next week. But there's something different about the 0-2 Bengals. Their quarterback is still playing good. Our quarterback, on the other hand, has been one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, and I'm going to call it how it is. However, we're going to talk more about Carson Wentz in a little bit, but the defense hasn't been good. The coaching has been subpar, and everybody on this team who needs to step up have just been MIA. So who's going to be the leader on the offense and the defense to turn this thing around and get it heading in the right direction? Because it's totally going off the rails quickly, and we got to act fast. But let's talk about this defense that gave up 64 combined points to the likes of Dwayne Haskins and Jared Goff, who's not a world beater. 64 points. That's not helping the offense. And the offense only scoring a combined 36 points against the Washington secondary and the Rams defense, who are not that good as well. That's not helping nobody. Both the defense and the offense are both playing horrible. So, something got to give. Something got to give. We can't dig ourselves out of this hole if either group is going to help one another. And they both got to play well at the end of the day. Again, to this defense, Avonte Maddox was getting cooked in man coverage. Jim Schwartz's scheme, playing these guys off when they're trying to roll them out, is bad. The lack of pressure, if we can't get home, send a blitz. We saw Jared Goff struggle in the third quarter when pressure was coming. When it wasn't there, he was 13 for 13 and having a perfect game. But you saw Sean McVay, the misdirection, the wide receiver reverse, the double wide receiver reverse, the outside zone running, but also using bootlegs and play action to get Jared Goff out the pocket, where we got a more athletic quarterback and we don't do it nowhere near as much as Sean McVay. I don't know. But to continue with this defense, the linebackers looked lost. Every single time Jared Goff rolled out, they looked, what are we doing? There was no discipline. No discipline. When you play a team that wants to do a lot of misdirection, the first thing you got to let these guys know is to just be disciplined and do your assignment. They're going to want to make you go to the left and go to the right. They're going to want to make you go to the right and go to the left. Just play your assignment. Gap discipline. And it wasn't there. And there was no adjustments. We had a 5-minute span of playing good defense. Other than that, they did whatever they wanted to do, and guys were running wide open. The only good part was maybe Darius Slay played pretty good. Like I said, Will Parks should be playing for Marcus Epps. Marcus Epps in the game, really? If that's what we're asking, it's not going to be good. Nathan Gary getting beat by Higbee, 3 touchdowns. Marcus Epps looks lost. Everybody looked lost on defense, and the pass rush wasn't there. No discipline. Now let's head over to the offense, where Carson Wentz had another horrible game. Horrible half against the Washington football team, a team that you can't play bad against. Look at Kyler Murray. Look at the Arizona Cardinals. Are you serious? Now let's stay with this game. Doug Peterson didn't call the worst game, but it wasn't a great game. It was vanilla. It was Doug Peterson. It was just relaxed. The one thing I got to give him credit is he kept the balance with the run game. There was one time we ran the ball 5 straight times. When have you ever seen the Eagles run the ball 5 straight times? Now I like it because it was working. But in that 5 straight runs, you should have mixed in a play action. Or roll out Carson Wentz on play action and hit someone down the field who's not a tight end maybe. That could have worked possibly, but you don't do it. However, the run game worked, so you stay with it. Now, the first turnover was not Carson Wentz's fault, and that put the whole team in a bad situation. Defense can't get off the field, easy score. We're starting behind the chains already. But Carson Wentz was not good. There were more than a handful, more than 5 missed routine passes. You can't do that. But when everything was all said and done and we were driving in the third quarter, Carson Wentz was hot. The run game was hot. We were moving the ball. Carson Wentz does the most boneheaded thing on first down. First down, not second down, not third down. I understand if it's third down and you're just trying to be a superhero then, but it was first down and you tried to be a superhero to Alshon Jeffrey? No. Deshaun Jackson? No. Was that Randy Moss? No. It was JJ can't catch on single coverage Arcega-Whiteside, who was double covered. Maybe he got open for a split second. You were late with the ball, but that was on the one guy. There was an underneath safety just waiting there. Just waiting there, and you threw it on first down. Unacceptable. Now, like I said, I wasn't going to forgive these 5 missed routine throws, but if he scores that touchdown, he drives us down, maybe you forget about it a little bit. A win can make you forget about a lot, but a loss makes you remember everything. But let's talk about Carson Wentz a little bit more. One of the most concerning things I have with Carson Wentz is his decision making. This is something we didn't see. A guy who threw 7 interceptions and 20 touchdowns back-to-back seasons, one of the only quarterbacks to ever do that. A guy who didn't throw his 4th interception last year to week 10. A guy who carried his team who had Deontay Burnett, Rob Davis, Josh Perkins, Boston Scott, Greg Ward Jr., as his playmakers at the end of the season. Yes, it was against the Giants, the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Washington football team, but there were weather implications. The Cowboys had a great offense. Washington beat us already, so we played bad against them. This year, it's just a different guy out there. That's not Carson Wentz, but the guy out there has to change. If this guy don't change, things might have to change, but I can't talk about it right now. And we'll get to the possible benching or what you guys think about that. But let's stay with the play. This guy had a whole month of football last year that got us to the playoffs with 0 interceptions. He threw his 4th interception week 10. He only had 7 on the season. He got 4 in 2 weeks. 5 total turnovers. The team got like 6 or 7 total turnovers. One of the things we learn about football is the team that wins their turnover battle normally wins the game. We're losing a turnover battle. We're losing the game. And Carson Wentz is making it hard to play. He's making it hard to overcome. The offense looks bad, mainly because of Carson. The defense is bad, just because the defense is bad. But Carson Wentz got to be better. We paid him to possibly overcome a bad defense, to possibly overcome a couple missed passes by your receivers. But he's not doing that. He's being more of the problem than the solution. And if that don't change, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. Doug needs to be more creative and help out. But no matter what, if Doug calls a play, he's not the one forcing you to throw that ball on first down. That was disgusting. Then 5 routine passes. That was disgusting. Carson, you got to be better. Stop saying it, though. Stop saying it. Just do it. But I want to talk about this before we really end this video on this whole Reaction Monday thing, because I didn't sleep good at all last night. The defense is horrible. Got to be better. Quarterback got to be better. Offense got to be better. We have to be better. But let me talk about Carson Wentz to end this fully. We're not benching him. We can't bench him. At this point, his contract, we can't bench him. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be on record saying it. I still have faith. It might be blind faith. It might be what I know he did in the past, but I still have a little bit of faith that he can turn it around. However, 0-3, 0-4, 1-5, 1-6, well, then changes got to be made just off GP. Just off the general principle, things got to be changed. I don't know what's going to change, but things got to change. But to bench him, I can't say that for the simple fact that look at his contract. We're going to be paying this guy for the next couple years. We still owe him a decent amount of money. And if you put that on the bench, 1, you got all that money on the bench. 2, if you really are deciding to move on for Carson because you like Jalen Hurts or you like someone else, well, then you're showing the league that you bench your $100 million quarterback. So if you try to trade him, which we can't release him until maybe 2022, because you release him 2020 or 2021, we're going to be hurt with that money. So we can't release him to 2022. You put him on a bench now, he's done in Philly most likely. 2, if you try to use him for a trade, how are you going to bargain, take this huge contract and give us some nice draft capital, but we put him on a bench? We don't trust him. He's that bad that we benched him. But here, take this contract, give us a first round pick, or give us something that has value for the Eagles. Well, why are we going to do that? Well, because he's a good quarterback. Your proof is out the window by benching him. So I believe this is something you have to grow through together. If he continues playing this bad, will it ruin our season? Yes. But I'm going to go with blind faith that he'll turn it around. And if he don't turn it around, decisions will have to be made. But that is the future. We can't be talking about burning jerseys, benching him this week, next week. It's too early. It's too early. We have to relax. He is playing bad, but I believe he'll get out of it. And if he don't, well, then decisions got to be made. But to make them too early, to put a guy on the bench that if you're going to move on, you want to get some trade value for, you can't do that. Just in my opinion, you can't do that. The money we owe him is not releasable. And the fact that if we don't get something back for Carson, it will be a waste. And Jalen Hurts, who I like, is he really going to come in and change this whole culture? Is he going to stop the defense from allowing 64 points to C+ and D+ quarterbacks? I don't know. With all that being said, that's all I got for today. Total Reaction Monday. Was I overreacting? Am I underreaction? Am I even reacting at all? Because I'm just lost with words. And yes, Carson Wentz is bad. I just can't see putting him on the bench this early and letting things totally unfold where his status, his trade value, his everything about Carson Wentz is just up in the air. And he's a big part of our cap space. The good part and the negative part if we try to release him or something. So there's just too much numbers that I can't go through right now. I just think the best thing is to go out with him and either see him get better or see him fall on his face, and then we make our decision. Until next time, let me know all your thoughts in the comments about Carson Wentz, about this defense, about the coaching staff, about Jim Schwartz, Doug Peterson, the whole screwed up squad. But again, 0-2, the division leader is 1-1, and it's nothing to be proud about winning a bad division. But hey, I've seen the 9-7 Giants get hot at the end. We've seen stranger things. So I'm a guy who never gives up until we're mathematically out. Until next time, you know what time it is. We out.